Hello children, welcome to our English class. This is 5th standard English term 1. It is a poem, Beyond the Universe. See, from the title itself we come to know the whole poem is about the universe. What is the universe? Universe consists of stars, planets and galaxies and everything in it. Now we shall go to the poem. We shall read the poem. Beyond the universe. I dream of flying beyond the earth, amidst the planets and the countless stars. I would stop by the red planet Mars. Here we dream of a home away from home. This is the first stanza of the poem. See, in the first stanza, what is the poet saying? See, he had a dream and in that dream, he went beyond the earth. Beyond the earth means above the earth, outer surface of the earth. And he was admiring the planets and the countless stars. See, how were the planets? He went in between the planets. They were very beautiful and countless. Countless means we cannot count. It is so much, we cannot at all count the stars. So he went amidst the planets and the countless stars. Then he was stopped by a planet which is otherwise known as a red planet. Which is the planet? What is the name of the planet? It is the Mars. It is a red planet, Mars. He has also mentioned Mars as home away from home, because we know that the human beings are doing some researches and we hope that there will be a chance for the human beings to live there. Now we shall read the second stanza of the poem. Fly on to watch the Saturn with its ring and moons. Then I stopped by Jupiter, marveled by its red storms that look like marbles. See, next the poet stopped by the planet Saturn. Why did he stop there? He stopped there and he was admiring the rings and moons of the Saturn. How are these rings formed? We all know these rings are formed by the dust and storms in the solar system. Then he went to the planet Jupiter and he was marveled. Marvel means was. What? He was very surprised. Why he was surprised? Because see, we can see the red storms in the Jupiter. It looked like marbles. Marbles means how it will be. It will be very shining. To look how is the red storms. It was very shining. Now I read the third stanza of the poem. Hurtling through a belt of asteroids, I crossed Uranus without a fuss. To Neptune, the blue ice giant. Further high, I fly beyond the galaxy. Hurtling. Hurtling means what? Hurtling means jumping from one object to another. In the sports, they will jump from hurdles. They use the hurdles to jump from one object to another. Like that the poet went through the asteroids and he came to the Uranus. He crossed the Uranus without a fuss. He was not excited. Casually he passed the Uranus and next he came to the Neptune. It was like a blue ice giant. It was blue in color and looked like giant. Giant means giant will be very tall and big size. We cannot look at him. He will be very big. The Neptune also was like the giant. It was very big and blue in color. The third stanza. To meet the creator of this magnificent display, to take me beyond the Milky Way, to voyage across the galaxies. Where is the poet going? He is going beyond the universe, beyond the galaxies. Why? Why he is going like that? He wants to meet the creator of the universe. Who is the creator? Who created all the planets, stars and everything? The God Almighty created us. So, what did the poet want to do? He want to go beyond the earth, beyond the galaxies, beyond the universe. He wants to meet the he want to meet the creator of the magnificent display. Who created this world? How beautiful world he has given us, the earth to live. He wants to meet the creator of this universe. For that only he is crossing all the Milky Way and the galaxy to find the creator of this magnificent display. Now I'll read the whole poem. Beyond the universe. I dream of flying beyond the earth, amidst the planets and the countless stars. I would stop by the red planet Mars. Here we dream of a home away from home. Fly on towards the Saturn with its ring and moons. Then I stopped by Jupiter, marveled by its red storms that look like marbles. Hurtling through a belt of asteroids, I cross Uranus without a fuss to Neptune, the blue ice giant. Further high, I fly beyond the galaxy to meet the creator of this magnificent display, to take me beyond the Milky Way, to voyage across the galaxies. Okay, children, now we'll see some glossary. Beyond, outside the limits or reach. Where did the poet go? He went beyond the reach. Beyond, we cannot follow him. He went above and above. Amidst, surrounded by. What was he surrounded by? He was surrounded by the planets and the countless stars. Marveling, something that causes wonder. How was the red storms of the Jupiter? It looked like marble. So, the poet was very marveled. He was very surprised. Resembles, to be, look like or similar to. Marbles, a little ball of glass or clay used by children to play. It will be a small glass type. Very shiny. The children used to play with it. Hurling, racing over the barriers. Hurling means they will jump from one object to another. Fuss, difficulty. He crossed the Uranus without a fuss, without any difficulty. Further, to move ahead. Magnificent, something great. Voyage, journey. Okay, these are the glossaries we learnt in the poem. Okay, children, we will meet in the next class. Thank you.
Hello, children. Good day to all. Be safe and enjoy your maths class. Today, let us learn something different called symmetry. S-Y-M-M-E-T-R-Y. Symmetry. Children, in our daily life, we see many things around us which attract us and look beautiful to our eyes. Symmetry can be observed all around us. Children, what is the meaning of symmetry? Symmetry means two halves are of the same size and shape. For example, if we cut an apple into two equal halves, we observe that two parts are in symmetry. Symmetry is an important geometrical concept commonly seen in nature and is used in every field of our life. Artists, manufacturers, designers, architects, and others make use of the idea of symmetry. We can see symmetry in man-made as well as natural things. We can see symmetry in monuments, insects, flowers, leaves, designs, etc. Symmetry refers to the exact match in shape and size between two halves of an object. Children, look at these shapes. Do you see something special about them? All the shapes can be folded in half such that one half of the shapes fix exactly on top of the others. Such shapes are said to be symmetrical. Now let's learn about line of symmetry. Children, look at the star. Now let's fold this figure in half. You will notice that both the halves match each other exactly. If you can fold a figure in half so that the two halves exactly match, the figure is said to be, yes, symmetrical. So here see the red line. The folded line is called line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Here the line AG is one such line of symmetry. The others are line BH, line CI, line DJ, line EK and line FL. Thus we say that the star has 6 lines of symmetry. Children, lines of symmetry can be vertical as well as horizontal. Some shapes have one line of symmetry, some have 2 or more than 2, and some have no line of symmetry. Look at this design. This design has only one line of symmetry. Now look at this shape. This shape has 1, 2 lines of symmetry. Look at this shape. This shape has 1, 2, 3 lines of symmetry. See, this shape has no line of symmetry. Now we will draw the lines of symmetry for the given figures. Rectangle. We can divide the figure in 2 equal parts by folding it vertically and horizontally. Thus, we say that rectangle has 2 lines of symmetry. The next one, number 0. Here, we can divide number 0 into 2 equal parts by folding it vertically and horizontally. Thus, we say that number 0 has 2 lines of symmetry. Children, have you all seen the picture of Taj Mahal? World's monuments? So, in this picture, a symmetrical line is drawn. So, Taj Mahal in Agra is a symmetrical monument. Children, alphabets also symmetric and non-symmetric. Here, the letter A. We can divide a letter into 2 equal parts by folding it vertically. So, thus we say letter A as 1 line of symmetry. Letter B. We can divide a letter into 2 equal parts by folding it horizontally. As we say letter B is symmetrical. Next one, letter F. Is this symmetrical or non-symmetrical? Yes, non-symmetrical because we can't fold it equally. E. Yes, it is symmetrical because we can divide it equally. I. Yes, symmetrical. J. No, non-symmetrical because we can't fold it equally, right children? Letter U. We can divide a letter into 2 equal parts by folding it vertically. So thus we say letter U has 1 line of symmetry. Children, now you would have understood the practical value of symmetrical shapes. Children, here the activity for you. Write down 26 English alphabets in a chart. Draw the lines of symmetry for the letters. Circle the remaining letters that are not symmetrical. So simple, children. You can do it. Children, now we'll move on to the next topic. Able to explore rotations of familiar 2D shapes. Now, look at this clock. It is going round and round. This means it is rotation. Rotation describes an object turns around the point. It is used to describe the movement of geometric shapes. Children, draw two vertical lines in a white paper. Draw a circle with radius 6 cm in a chart. Then cut the circle from the chart, fold it into 4 equal parts and spread again. Draw 4 pictures on the circle as shown in the figure. Fix the round chart on the white paper by using a pin in center. By rotating the chart, we observe that two vertical lines and the center point will lie at the same point. Look at the changes when the chart is rotated. Children, turn the chart as shown in the figure 2. The picture in figure 1 is changed as in figure 2. This change is called as rotation. Here O is the center. Right, children? When we compare the figures 1 and 2, the pictures are changed as 1/4 turn. When we rotate the chart as shown in the figure 3, the pictures are changed as half turn. To observe, when we rotate, the shapes are rotated, right, children? The images are rotated depending on the point. So this point is called as center of rotation. We shall see some examples for you to understand this more better. Among the following letters and numbers, find out which one would look same after half turn. Check which of the numbers and letters would look the same after half a turn. Now, kids, in order to check this, we must rotate the letter but not complete rotation, only half a turn. N. Rotate letter N half a turn. Does it look the same? Yes, the letter remains the same. J. Rotate letter J half a turn. Does it look the same? No. 1. Number 8. Rotate number 8 half a turn. Does it look the same? Yes, the number remains the same. 1. Number 0. Rotate number 0 half a turn. Does it look the same? Yes, the number remains the same. Next one is number 4. Rotate the number 4 half a turn. Does it look the same? No. Children, now look at the starfish. It has 5 lines of symmetry. These lines are meets at point P. This starfish can be rotated about a fixed point P. This fixed point about which the starfish rotates is called center of rotation. Now Look at the point A. When a starfish is turned to the right through point A to another point, it still looks same. This type of turning or rotation is called rotational symmetry. Now, let's look at another shape, hexagon. When it's turned upside down, point A goes down, point B comes up. But the hexagon looks same. This type of rotation is called rotational symmetry. Children, I hope you all have understood the concept. The topic is over as of today. I will continue in the next class. Thank you, children. Bye.
Hi children, hope all are doing well. Let us begin with our science class. Unit 2 is about matter and materials. The lesson name is Matter and Materials. We are surrounded by different things or substances. Some living, some non-living, some natural, some man-made. But there is one thing common in all of them. What is it? Yes, it is matter. What is matter? Matter is anything that occupies space and has weight. Matter is anything that occupies space and has weight. Anything that takes up space and has weight is called matter. The mass of an object is the amount of materials that makes up the object. Anything that takes up space and has weight is called matter. See here, a chair, an animal, a plant, even a cloud are examples of matter. Next, states of matter. Matter can exist in 3 states: solid, liquid and gas. The arrangement of molecules determines the states of matter. Solids. Matter has a certain shape and occupy a definite space is called solid. In solids, the molecules are tightly packed. Examples of solids are ice cubes, wood and metals like iron, aluminium, etc. Matter has a certain shape and occupy a definite space is called solid. Look at this picture. In solids, the molecules are very closely packed. That's why they have a definite shape. Liquids. Liquids are matter whose molecules are not as densely packed as solids. Liquids have more space between their molecules and thus do not have a definite shape. Liquids can be poured into a vessel and it takes the shape of that vessel. Next, gases. Gas is matter in which the molecules are very loosely packed. That's why they do not have definite shape and flow more easily than liquids. So, gas is matter in which the molecules are very loosely packed. Carbon dioxide, water vapor, oxygen are examples of gas. Materials. The substance used to make something is called materials. For example, table is made of wood. So, wood is a material. Material is a mixture of substance that constitute an object. Materials are needed to get things needed for our daily life. Material is a mixture of substance that constitute an object. Example, table is made of wood, so wood is a material. Materials are needed to get things needed for our daily life. With this, the chapter on material is over. We shall meet in the next class.
Hello children, I welcome you all to our social science class, Standard 5, Unit 1, Our Earth. Children, do you know the place you live in? Yes, it is nothing but the Earth. So, the name of the place where you live in is the Earth. Now, let us learn about the Earth. All human beings and other organisms like plants, birds, animals, etc. are living in our Earth. Children, how did the Earth form? Millions of years ago, solar system was a cloud of dust and gas known as a solar nebula. Due to an explosion, these particles collapsed and began to spin, having the sun in the center. The bigger particles which revolve around the sun are called planets. Thus, the planet Earth was formed. Children, where is the Earth situated? Well, the Earth is in the universe. Now, I will explain about universe. The universe is a vast expansion of space. The universe consists of billions of galaxies, stars, planets, dwarf planets, comets, asteroids, meteoroids, and natural satellites. Comets means an object in space that looks like a bright star with the tail and that moves around the sun. Asteroids mean small rocky objects that orbit the sun. Children, do you know what is a galaxy? A galaxy is a huge cluster of stars. Cluster means a group of similar things. Our galaxy Milky Way is one among the countless of galaxies in the universe. Children, the next one, what is solar system? Solar system consists of the sun, the planets, their moons, dwarf planets, asteroids and comets. Children, what does dwarf planet mean? Dwarf planets are round in shape and orbit the sun, but they are not able to clear their orbital path. As you all know, there are 8 planets in our solar system, right children? They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Here, what is the spelling of Mercury? M-E-R-C-U-R-Y. Mercury. Venus. V-E-N-U-S. Venus. The next one, Earth. E-A-R-T-H. Earth. Fourth one, Mars. M-A-R-S. Mars. Jupiter. J-U-P-I-T-E-R. Jupiter. Next one, Saturn. S-A-T-U-R-N. Saturn. The seventh one, Uranus. U-R-A-N-U-S. Uranus. The last one, Neptune. N-E-P-T-U-N-E. Neptune. Children, Mercury and Venus lie near to the sun, so they are very hot. The planets away from the sun are very cold. Children, now I am placing the picture of classification of the solar system. Okay? See, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars are called as inner planets. The next, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune are considered as outer planets or gas giant planets. The next series, Pluto, Aries are known as dwarf planets. Children, now I am going to tell you some interesting facts about planets. See, Venus is called Earth twin. Mars is described as the red planet. Earth is called the blue planet. Saturn is the ringed planet. Do you know the distance between the sun and the earth? The distance between the sun and the earth is nearly 150 million kilometers. Now, let us learn in detail about our earth. The earth is our home planet. Earth is the third planet and fifth largest planet in our solar system. Earth is the only planet in our solar system that has large amount of water. About 74% of the surface of the earth is covered by liquid. Because of this, it is known as blue planet. Because of its water, it is home for millions of species. It is made up of 7 continents and 5 oceans. Generally, Earth has 2 movements. What are they? They are rotation and revolution. What is rotation? The Earth rotates on its own axis is called rotation. What is axis? Axis is an imaginary line passing through the center of the Earth. That imaginary line is known as axis. So rotation means rotation of the Earth is it's turning on its axis. Okay. The next one, revolution. The earth revolves around the sun on its axis is called revolution. So what is the meaning of revolution? Revolution means it is the movement of the earth around on the sun. So the earth takes 365.25 days to complete the revolution. Then day and night are caused due to the Earth's rotation. Seasons are caused by Earth's revolution. Then the seasons are summer, winter, spring and autumn. In India, the major seasons are summer, winter and rainy. So children, the earth is made up of 7 continents and 5 oceans, right children? Continent means large area of land such as Africa or Asia. Now we are going to see what are they. The first one, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Among these, Asia is the biggest continent where we live. Australia is the smallest one. Antarctica is a snow-covered landmass. The surface of the earth is classified into different landforms such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coastal plains, valley, deserts and islands. Mountain. A mountain is a large landform that rises above the surrounding land in a limited area, usually in the form of a peak. The next one, plateau. An area of fairly level, high ground. One, plain. A large area of flat land with few trees. The next, coastal plains. Coastal plain is a flat low-lying land adjacent to a sea coast. Valley, the lowland between two mountains or hills which often has a river flowing through it. The next one, desert, a large area of land usually covered with the sand that is hot and it has very little water and few planets, right? Next one, island, a piece of land that is surrounded by water. Children, now we'll move on to the next topic. The earth is divided into 5 different oceans, right children? Let's learn the oceans one by one now. The first one, Pacific Ocean. P-A-C-I-F-I-C. Pacific Ocean. O-C-E-A-N. Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the world's largest ocean. The next one is Atlantic Ocean. A-T-L-A-N-T-I-C. Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is the world's second largest ocean. The next one, Indian Ocean. I-N-D-I-A-N. Indian Ocean. O-C-E-A-N. Ocean. Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is the world's third largest ocean. Next one, Southern Ocean. S-O-U-T-H-E-R-N. Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean is the world's fourth largest ocean. The last one is Arctic Ocean. A-R-C-T-I-C. Arctic Ocean. O-C-E-A-N. Arctic Ocean is the world's smallest ocean. Do you know that around 97% of water in the ocean is salty and only 2.5% is fresh water? Now let's switch on to the fill-up. The first one, the distance between the earth and the sun is dash kilometers. Yes, 150 million kilometers, right? The next one, dash or caused due to the revolution of the earth. Yes, seasons. What is the spelling of seasons? S-E-A-S-O-N-S. Seasons. The next one, the continent dash is covered by ice. Yes, Antarctica. Antarctica is covered by ice. What is the spelling of Antarctica? Antarctica. Antarctica. Here the next one, fourth one. The biggest continent is Asia, right children? What is the spelling of Asia? Asia. So Asia is the biggest continent, right? Next one, dash is described as a red planet. Red planet is Mars. So what is the spelling of Mars, children? M-A-R-S. Mars. Mars is described as red planet. The last one, dash percentage of our earth is covered by salt water. Yes, 97% of our earth is covered by salt water, right? Children, today we have learnt a lot about the earth, right? I hope you all understood. With this, the chapter on our earth is over. We shall meet in the next class. Thank you, children. Bye-bye.